Today we are going to talk about Kānuka, or Kunzea robusta, or ericoides, I think it might have gone back to. So let's have a look at it. So this is a little Kānuka here. Most people will be somewhat familiar with a Kānuka. Has these tiny little leaves, looks very similar to Mānuka, with some distinctive differences. One saying that often goes around is Kānuka is kind and Mānuka is mean, so that's referring to when you're grabbing it, the leaves are soft on a Kānuka and they're a bit pricklier on a Mānuka. Kānuka, like Mānuka, has these strippy bits of bark that peel off over time, but another way to distinguish it from Mānuka is that the hard, dry fruit capsules of the Mānuka stay on the tree, whereas Kānuka they don't. So if there are those little pods on the tree, you know it's not a Kānuka. Also, Kānuka is a much bigger tree, lives a lot longer. Mānuka can get quite big, but mostly it is sort of 10 centimeters or under, whereas if it's much bigger than that, it's most likely a Kānuka. Kānuka lives for like up to 150 years, and it is a tree that often gets used a lot actually in revegetation planting and restoration, but probably a little bit controversially, I don't really like using it that much. I think Kānuka is a common tree in secondary forests, and what we're trying to do in restoration generally is restore the ecosystem back to a climax forest, in which case Kānuka isn't really a common part of, because it doesn't like to regenerate under in the shade. So if we plant lots of Kānuka, we're kind of setting the vegetation on a trajectory towards a secondary vegetation type rather than that reference ecosystem that we want to really try and recreate, like a Rimu forest or something like that. So if we plant lots of Kānuka, we're going to have that there for the next 150 odd years, and it's going to take a while for that forest to really start to grow towards a climax forest type. Alright, we'll leave it there, but any questions and comments, feel free to chuck them in below.